Big up, everybody. Welcome back to TJ Warren TV. Welcome back to the first episode of the Gambling Parlor here on TJ Warren TV. Look, American Idiots had to be called off today because Dal decided that he was going to run around in the forest somewhere in Oregon. It couldn't be helped. I'm sorry. Big up Football Capo. Big up everybody that's watching. Smash the like, smash the subscribe. This is a new show that I've always talked about doing because, look, at the end of the day, I like to put a little money on matches. I like putting a little money on games. Not too much. Not too much because I'm responsible, sort of. But I always like talking about it, and a lot of the group chats that I'm in like talking about it. A lot of the people I meet on X, Facebook, Instagram, they all like talking about it. So we're going to talk about some of the bets that I'm laying this weekend and why. We're going to preview the Premier League fixtures for the weekend. We're also going to talk about Arsenal, which obviously they are my Premier League team. If you are new, Karma Serene, I don't think you're new, but if you are, I'm an Arsenal supporter. So that is why we are doing the show. So TJ, what the hell is this? Dude, it's a solo show. It's fine. It's something that I've been talking about doing. I was sitting around, just nothing going on. Wife is doing something else. And I'm like, you know what? The work ethic in me just decided, you know what? Tonight is the night we're going to do this. What are you going to do this? What are you promoting here? I'm not promoting anything. What I am promoting is the channel. The channel is what I'm promoting. I do not promote gambling. I don't promote doing anything that anybody wants to do. But what I do share is what I will put money on. And I'll get into the details of that. What I will put money on in a safe manner and what I'm confident in doing. Trust me. Don't worry. I'm not I do not have a sponsor. I do not have what do you say any ill intentions. It's just something that I enjoy talking about. We're gonna have guests come on. We're just gonna talk about it. We're just gonna talk football. We're gonna talk college football. We're gonna talk NFL. We're gonna talk any sport that is worth talking about on this stream, and that is the point. So big up Ozzy, big up Football Capo, big up Warrior J that's already in here. TJ, just get your pillow ready for when. Dude, I'm going to sleep, and then I am immediately waking up and and doing the watch along. Like that's it. And I guarantee you I am not going to be as animated as I am right now. So drink this in because it's not happening tomorrow. I will tell you that for a fact. But first things first, we're going to talk about Arsenal. Get your questions in. Get what you want me to talk about in, and we will do it. I'm already worrying. Don't worry, dude. Don't worry. It's Nottingham Forest with Ange Postecoglou. Don't worry. Don't worry. I would have been more worried if we were going against Nuno. It's a 3-0, baby. It's a 3-0. It's over. The game is 7:30 a.m. Eastern. Bro, it's 6:30. I got to get up at 6 to start the stream at 6:15. I'm setting the coffee maker earlier than what I would set it for when I go to work. These guys are killing me. Don't you dare put money on Arsenal. We will see. We'll see. I'll get to my predictions here in a minute. Don't you dare. Oh, okay. Spoiler alert. I'm daring 100%. But let's get into the news today. Arsenal are closer to signing Saliba to a longer contract. Arsenal are closer to signing Saka to a longer contract. I want to talk about it because, guys, I work all day. I don't get exposure to as much news as I would like because I have a day job. I can't stream during the day most days. And when I do stream, it's for a very special occasion, like a Champions League match or you know, when a bigger creator asks me to come on, I will make time, obviously, but I can't do it all, right? So I'm reading through news articles today, and I am seeing that Saliba and Saka are part of Arteta's long-term plans. Well, thank you, considering that they are near world-class players. I'm really, really glad to hear that they are part of the future at Arsenal. Let me just go ahead and pull up what I was putting on here earlier. By the way, Saliba is a game time choice tomorrow. He's a game time decision, which is very positive for Arsenal. But then again, Nottingham Forest, especially with the way that they're playing and the way that Ange is playing, or the way that Ange plays, they're going to be learning a new system. I don't know how quickly they're going to be learning that new system, but we'll see. But it'll be crazy. It'll be absolutely crazy. Have you listened to my guy's song? Yet? What song are you talking about? Big up Cam. What song are you talking about? I have no idea. You come bombing in with a question like this. I have no idea what you're talking about, bro. No idea. Zero. All right, but what are we reading here? Let me just click on the first news article that I see. Oh, BBC. There you go. BBC Sport. Is BBC Sport a reliable news source? And if anybody has any updated news, link it to me because I have no idea. Let me see. There we go. You've lost a follower in me, bro. I don't know what song are you talking about? Oh, okay, I was gonna say I have no idea what you're talking about. G, I have no idea. Mikel Arteta has said that Bukayo Saka and William Saliba want to play a big part in Arsenal's future. As talks about new contracts with the pair continue, Saka and Saliba, both 24, are in the last 2 years of their contracts, and their deals are expiring in 2027. Center back Saliba said in the summer that while on the club's preseason tour in Singapore and Hong Kong, that he would hopefully sign a new deal with the Gunners. Yes, please. Arsenal have tried to secure the futures of their key players, Saliba, center back, and of their key players. I'm reading too loud. And now we just got an ad. Are you kidding me, bro? Is this a joke? Is this a joke? Sorry. I'll start over again. Arsenal have tried to secure the futures of their key players with Saliba's center back partner signing a new deal until 2029 and Miles Lewis-Skelly and Ethan Nwaneri signing new long-term contracts. Saliba has been linked with Real Madrid in the past, but he has said that the speculation is not something he thinks about. And winger Saka has said he wants to win wearing this Arsenal's badge, which is, positive. Dude, I have no idea who this is. How look at me, dude. Look at me. I am American. I am white as the driven fucking snow. I have no idea who that is. No idea. I mean, obviously it's like Elvis, but is it really Elvis? Is it Elvis? I don't think Elvis would have been like, oh yeah, Techno Arms. Yeah, I have no idea. You'll be there tomorrow. You'll be at the Emirates, Cam. Well, cheer them on because they're going to win. They're winning tomorrow. Spoiler alert for later in the show. Manager Arteta, speaking before Arsenal's match with Nottingham Forest on Saturday, says the work to secure the player's future hasn't slowed down despite a busy transfer window, with sporting director Andrea Berta taking the lead on discussions. Big up, AJ. Yes, we always ordered an Arsenal fan, my guy. Oh, you'll be on the GT show. Okay, dope. Sorry, I'm going to keep reading because otherwise I'm going to get distracted. Oh, Artie, dude, my dog just farted in here too. It's brutal. Oh, woo! Artie, good God, somebody open a window in here. Somebody light a match. That never stops. The collaboration around the club with Andrea is doing and the agent is very good. The good thing is the players want to remain here and they want to be a big part of the history of the club over the next few years. Andrea will drive that and we'll see where we go. Look, at the end of the day, Andrea Berta has done the business, and nobody can deny it, not even Mikel Arteta. Mikel Arteta's ways have not gotten us far enough, and I think the rumors are true about Declan Rice saying, you know what, we need to bring in new people, we need to bring in new blood. I think it's true that he's probably not the only person that said that, and that's why the Kroenkes are like, look, the Arteta project, while some people have said it's going well, it hasn't gone well enough for the Kroenkes, which is why Andrea Berta is here. He's here. Let's use him, and he has been used correctly. Pause. Okay? This guy has done more for us in one transfer window than Arteta did in 6 plus. 6 years worth of transfer windows. What am I even saying? So, of course, I'm excited about it. Of course, I'm excited about it. And of course, why wouldn't Saliba and Gabriel be excited about it? I swear Saliba was out for 3 to 4 weeks. He was, but I don't know, man. Like, do we bring him back? Let me know, chat. Let me know. Would you bring Will Saliba back now? I would. Like what? Like I it didn't look like it was too terrible of a pull up when he went down. If the player is feeling comfortable, bring him back. If he's not, and you know he's TP5 on the side and he's limping around and Arteta's trying to rush him back, then that's a problem. But I don't think that's what's going on here. I think that Saliba is ready, bring him back. If he's not ready, sit him, right? Same thing I'm going to say about Bukayo Saka. Look, put him in bubble wrap and wait until December to bring him back, as far as I'm concerned. The next few games that we have, like obviously Nottingham Forest and City are tough, but the ones after that, like the schedule kind of creeps off a little bit. So let's not rush him back. It's early in the season. We're not out of it yet. So let's go ahead and try to make something happen. Let's we brought these players in for a reason. We bought players like Mosquera in for a reason. We bought players like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm going to say this, Nani Madueke in for a reason. Eberichieze for a reason. Hincape, we brought him in for a reason. Give him a shot. And everything I've heard about Hincape is incredible. I'm going to be honest with you. I do not watch a lot of foreign leagues outside of the English league, obviously. So when people are gassing up Hincape like they are, like that fraud Will over there on Football Carnage, like that fraud RSM over there on RSM TV, go and subscribe to them, by the way. I have no choice but to be excited. The Ecuadorian center back / left back, I'm here for it. But, this is why we brought the depth in, is to make sure that we have coverage when these injuries happen. And inevitably, they happened. So here we are. By the way, get your questions in, guys. Get your questions in. We got 9 watching on YouTube. Big up everybody that's watching on YouTube. Big up everybody that's watching on X. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you are commenting in the chat. What is Karma saying? He said he was okay before and he ended up getting injured. Leave it up to the medical staff. Yep, I'm I'm fine with that, to be honest with you. I'm fine with that. Especially against Nottingham Forest, which is led by Ange Postecoglou. I do not rate Ange Postecoglou, by the way, if anybody was questioning that. Yes, and go and subscribe to Ozzy's Den, people. Go and subscribe to Ozzy's Den. He is an Arsenal content creator, and he is one of the nicest guys that I know. Go over there and subscribe. How would you set up against Forest since you also have Bilbao away on Tuesday? Let's look at injuries and see who's available. How about that? Let's go ahead and do this. Let's go through this here real quick. Why not? I like doing this. Arsenal injuries, and then we go to preminjuries.com. Premierinjuries.com. People are making money off of this, by the way. I think that's absolutely hilarious. No, that is not coming, by the way. That is not coming. That is absolutely not coming. Let me go ahead and share this one. All right. Dude, Arsenal throwing me a ton of ads asking me to buy more shit. Bro, I already bought your stuff. Don't worry about it. Gabriel Jesus, obviously out for a long time. Nobody expected him to come back. I don't think he's going to play for Arsenal ever again, so don't worry about that. Kai Havertz, due back at the end of November. Again, not in any hurry to get him back either. We brought in Gyökeres. We brought in Eze. We brought in all sorts of players that can come in and play in the 9 or as a creative midfielder. We do not need Kai Havertz back in the 10. Bukayo Saka, or the 9. Bukayo is still out, and he's trying to get back as quick as possible, but we need to respect that process, says Mikel Arteta. He's evolving really well. What is he, a Pokemon? What the fuck are we talking about here? With very specific work at the moment, and the moment we increase the load, we'll see how he reacts. Look, don't rush him. Don't rush him back. It'll be all right. Don't rush him back. We've beaten City without Bukayo Saka before. We've beaten Nottingham Forest. Like, it's fine. Christian Norgard, again, tomorrow. We'll have another day. Let's see how they evolve. Again, is this guy a fucking Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur? Like, what the fuck are we doing here? We're talking about evolving? Bro, okay, whatever. And there's a chance to keep them involved in the game. So there is a chance that he plays. Bring on ZA, bro. I've already got it pre-ordered. Don't you worry about that. I'm playing through Scarlet right now. I got the Switch too, and Scarlet is smooth as butter. That's what I'm playing until EAFC 26 comes out. And there will be EA 26 live streams, by the way. Ben White, the rest is as usual, and Ben White is well. Ben White is okay, so he will be fine. He passes fitness test, and Saliba will be undergoing a late fitness test. William trained today, so we have a decision to make if we play him or not. It's very good news. So what I got asked was, TJ, how would you set up against Forest since you also have Bilbao away on Tuesday? Here's how I would set up. Obviously, David Raya in goal. David Raya in goal. I would play Miles Lewis Skelly at left back. He won't play, but Miles Lewis Skelly at left back instead of Ricardo Calafiori. Calafiori was a nominated player for Premier League Player of the Month. I don't really care, to be honest with you. Rest him, get him ready for Bilbao, in my opinion. And Capier, let's run him out. I want to see what this guy has. So put him out there against Nottingham Forest at home. Way easier to bet him in than Bilbao away, in my opinion. And you guys know how Arsenal do away in Europe. And look, we've had some good form lately, especially in the Champions League. But look, at the end of the day, you brought in Capier. Let's see what he can do. So I'm going to go ahead and put in Miles Lewis Skelly and Capier. Gabriel, obviously, you can put Gabriel on the left or on the right. Doesn't matter to me. But I don't care. And Capier and Gabriel in the center back positions. On the right, obviously, it has to be Yuri and Timber. Again, I'm going to go with a little bit defensive. You could do this as a 4-2-3-1, or you could do this as a 4-3-3. That's fine. Either way, I'm fine with whatever it is. But it has to be Declan Rice and Zubamendi, and unfortunately, Martin Odegaard up top, Eze on the left, Madueke on the right, and Victor Gyökeres in the 9. That is how I would set up against Forest. Because look, we're at home. The league is more important at this stage. The league is more important. So that lineup beats Nottingham Forest. Period. End of story. Because you're going to have a Nottingham Forest team that could have the new manager bounce, but honestly, Nottingham Forest under Nuno was so well trained defensively under Ange. If they bomb forward and hold that high line, I don't see it going well for them. I don't see the personnel there for Nottingham Forest to do what Ange asked of the Tottenham Hotspur team to do. You're going to have Muriel off with a blown hamstring in 3 games if you have him playing the high line that Ange asks of him. That's just my opinion. If you guys disagree, let me know. But yeah. Questions, please, TJ. Why not give Renee Slagers the men job? She's proven she's a winner. There's no way a woman will be a Premier League manager in the next 10 years. I hate to say it. She is a baller. She's a baller of a manager. I rate her. Don't get me wrong. Just like I rate what's her name? Who coaches the women's team here in the US? Emma Hayes. Just like I rate Emma Hayes. Like I rate Emma Hayes as a manager. But I don't think they will ever manage a Premier League team. They will have, well, not ever. Don't ever say ever. But, women who are qualified, I believe, deserve the job, but I just don't think the sport is there yet. That's all I'm saying. I think that if you are qualified, no matter what is between your legs, obviously you deserve the job. But I just don't think that the Premier League is there yet. I don't think, just like all other professional leagues are not there yet. They're just not there yet. It is what it is, unfortunately. Unfortunately, that's the way of the world. And the way of the world lately has been extremely sad. So that should kind of lay the groundwork for you. Honestly, I don't want anyone would want that pressure. Yeah. I think there are people that are out there that would want that pressure, Karma, to be honest with you. I think there are plenty of people that would be out there and be totally fine with that pressure. After Luis Enrique and Hansi Flick, Rennie is my third choice for Arteta replacement. I'm going to name at least one more person, and that's Areola from Bournemouth. I think I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I love his style of play. I love the fact that he allows players to be creative and play to their strengths. He plays free-flowing football. He allows players like Semenyo to bomb forward and make plays. I honestly think that a guy like Areola would benefit players like Bukayo Saka, Odegaard, Eberechi Eze. Like he will be a great Premier League manager. I mean, and I honestly put him in that that category right now with what he's done with Bournemouth and how, Bournemouth used to be always in the relegation conversations. They're not anymore, and that's because of Areola, in my opinion. So again, I think that he would be a great manager for Arsenal. I think that he would come into the team and he would have a lot of Spanish players right off the bat, right? So that's all I'm saying. Don't discount other managers, especially old boy over at Fulham. I would not be against having him as our manager either. I'd rather have Glasner than Andoni Areola, but that's just me. Glasner is very good too. Look, and look, I don't know enough about Glasner to comment. I think he's done great things at Crystal Palace. Obviously, he knows Eberechi Eze, but I think conversations like this are extremely immature because Arteta is not looking to do that. If that makes sense, he's not looking to do any sort of not Arteta. The Cronkies, the Cronkies are not looking to do any sort of different things. I don't know why I said Arteta. He's not looking to do any. They're not looking to change anything anytime soon. There would need to be a big bomb out in order for Arteta to get the sack. Which I'm talking about like a losing streak, which Arteta has not had in a couple of seasons. I'm talking about like a fallout in the locker room. The players seem to respect him. So I don't think it's going to happen. Like it would need to be like a fallout of the top four and a bomb out of the Champions League for that to happen, and no trophies. So I've said that before. Karma, my point that Rennie would win the Prem. I wouldn't say it if I didn't think she could. AJ, I appreciate the thought, but I just don't think that that's a possibility. Like the women's game is so much different than the men's game. It's insane. And like the pacing, the size of the player, like it's a different game. And look, I am a fan of the women's game. I am a season ticket holder for the KC Current. If I lived in London, I would be a season ticket holder for the Arsenal Ladies. I love women's football. Don't get me wrong, but it is a completely different game and like completely different size, completely different profiles of player that are effective. It's just a different game. So look, like give her a shot, sure. Make her an assistant manager. Make her earn it in the men's game, just like she earned it in the women's game. But I just don't think, I think it's extremely premature to say that. Give Renee $1 billion, Arteta spin, she would win the men's Champions League. I'll concede on this because I haven't watched enough Arsenal ladies to comment. But what I will say is that I think that it is a little premature to say that, but it is what it is. Guys, we got 7 watching. Make sure you guys are smashing the likes. How many likes are we on? I need 15 likes before I end the stream. That's pretty much how it is. And we're on 6 likes. Oh, my days. Oh, my days. So get your guys' questions in. Football is football, and a world-class manager is a world-class manager. No. No, I don't agree with that. I think that, again, like I just said, the differences in the games, in the men's game versus the women's game, are an extremely hard learning curve. So look, I rate her as a manager in the women's game. If she comes into the men's game and dominates, I'll put my hands up and say, you know what, I was wrong. But again, it's just a completely different game. Different tactics, different profiles of players. Like, I have a player on Casey Current. Her name is Temwa Chawinga. She is. Let me look up the profile of player that Temwa Chawinga is. She's from Malawi. Hold on, Temwa Chawinga. She lives in my city, by the way, which is incredible. She plays for the Casey Current. She is the Golden Boot winner for the NWSL. I'm going to go ahead and open up her Wikipedia page, and we're going to share her Wikipedia page because I want to just accent this point, because when I say that there's a different profile of player that succeeds in the women's game versus the men's game, this is what I mean. And this is not disparaging to the women, by the way. This is just the different profile of player that succeeds in the men's game versus the women's game, right? So this is what I'm talking about. Let me go ahead and bring this up. Okay, Timwa Chawinga. She is 5'8". She's 5'8". And she's probably a $125, if that. She's strong, she's fast, she's one of the most clinical ball handlers, I've seen in the NWSL, and I've been watching the NWSL for a long time. But that kind of profile of player would get eaten alive in the Premier League, eaten alive in the men's game. She'd get eaten alive in the fucking MLS, and that's saying something. But she has gone out there and scored 20 goals in 25 appearances in the NWSL. 20 goals in 25 appearances. And that's not even accounting for the tournaments that she has been in. Oh my God. I knew that this was going to come. And here's I knew that this comment was coming, and this is what I have to say to this.
Oh God. Geez, that's just terrible.
Yeah, that's how I feel about that. Anyway, but big up Free P, whoever the fuck you are. Big up. I hope it was worth the sub. Chawinga, amazing on FIFA. Would love her at Arsenal ladies. Here's the thing. Don't take her from me, Arsenal. Don't take her from me. Temwa Chawinga is my look. Hold on. No, hold on. Give me a second. Hold on. Don't take her from me. Do not take her from me, Arsenal, please. She is worth the price of admission. Her and Dabinia, worth the price of admission. Please do not take her. Please do not take DiBernardo. Please do not take Michelle Cooper. Like all these players that you see on FIFA, they are real people that I go and watch week in and week out. That's all I'm going to say. Now, where am I going to put this shirt? You know what? I'll put the shirt right here. Is the shirt going to stay right there? Yeah, you know what? Hold on. We're putting Temwa right there. Yes, free Palestine. 100% free Palestine. 100%. Stop wars. Stop violence. Stop all of that. Get your beans and toast ready because she's going to London. No, don't take her. Don't take her from me. God damn it. She's a great player. She scored more goals than Messi in 2023. Fact. She is the highest rated women's striker in the world. Period. And if you don't rate her, you're dumb. That's all I'm going to say. I don't rate people getting here. So what the hell? Killed. So what the hell, bro? Hey, that's fine. I just think that if you are preaching hate, then you are, yeah, then you're a problem. That's all I'm going to say. If you preach hate, you're a problem. Free P is okay. Then big up to you, my friend. Big up to you. Big up to you. You know what? Differing opinions and all of that. That's fine. That's all I'm going to say to that. But anyway, getting back to my girl Temwa Chawinga, which is hilarious because she is one of the most. So a friend of mine drives Uber, like does Uber Eats in the Kansas City area, and he delivered food to Temwa Chawinga, and he told me that she is one of the nicest people in the world, one of the most humble people in the world, and she is like an absolute baller. She will be like we're talking about Temwa Chawinga right now. She will be a world known name in 2 years, and she will probably go to London. Like it is what it is. Like when you're that good, she will probably be sold, and it will be for a record if she is sold. But yeah, big up Temwa Chawinga, big up the Casey Current. I will be at the Casey Current versus Washington Spirit match tomorrow, which is why I will not be at the podcast for Mandem United and Gunner Talk. So yes, but Hamas preach hate, and I'm a Palestinian. There's a difference between Hamas and Palestine. There's a difference, in my opinion. But then again, what the fuck do I know? I'm a white guy that lives in Missouri, right? I'm a white guy that lives in Missouri. Okay. All right. Let's see what else we got going on here. By the way, big up everybody that's here. I know it's a Friday. I'm not going to be going too long. I'll probably go for another 15, 20 minutes. I really did want to just talk about picks and hang out with you guys and get your predictions. So I hope we're able to get your guys' predictions in. Big up to everybody that just joined. Make sure you're smashing the like. Make sure you're subscribing. Let's get into it. Let's get into predictions for this weekend, people. Big up Ashaba. Big up Ashaba, my friend. Big up. Hold on. Hugo. Big up Hugo, my guy. Big up. I hope you're well, my friend. That's my point. No one should die no matter what the belief of the origin of the color. I don't know. If you believe some hateful shit, I'm not for you, my friend. I'm not for it. TJ, I really appreciate what you've taught me about the women's game. Dude, I don't teach anybody anything. I'm just giving people a world perspective, okay? Like, Temwa Chawinga is a baller that everybody should know about. DiBernardo is a baller that everybody should know about. Dabinia is a baller that everybody knows about. Like, these are players, which is why I like EAFC, because these players that otherwise would not get exposure. Like, people know who Temwa Chawinga is because she was a team of the season player in EAFC 25, and I took full advantage of that, by the way. Same with Dabinia. She was a footies member in EAFC 2025. She was team of the season in 24 as well. Like, these women deserve the credit. That's all I'm going to say. They deserve the credit. They deserve the plaudits. They play. They train hard. Yeah, they're fantastic human beings, as far as I can see. They are fantastic human beings. And yeah, and my friends like run into them at bars every so often and say that they're like the coolest people, like down to earth. A couple of current players have started up their own coffee shop in Kansas City, which is doing well. Shout out Pitchside Coffee. I haven't gotten over there yet, but shout out to them. Go and visit them on their website. Hit a like for them. But like, look, these are women just trying to make it in the professional game, and I rate it. I rate it highly. I rate it very highly. Tigo, you want to hear something funny? Edu's already been sacked by Forrest. No, he hasn't. Hold on. Edu Forrest. Yeah, he's the current head of global football at Nottingham Forest. He hasn't been sacked yet. You had me believe in something, AJ. He hasn't been sacked yet, bro. He hasn't been sacked yet. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Edu Forrest. I'll even put it in my chat. I'll even put it in my my Google search here. All it says is Nuno's been sacked, and everybody knew Nuno was sacked. Someone said that on League Gunner stream. I guess that was wrong. Yeah, whoever said that on League Gunner stream needs to lay off the booze, lay off the drugs. He's not going anywhere. That guy is not going anywhere. He's buried in like a tick, like he was at Arsenal forever, however long. Big up. Thanks for the invincible years, but yeah, screw you. Big up, Flawless, my guy. Oh my days. Big up, dude. I hope you're well. I missed the Q&A. I'm sorry about that. I just got off work, but here you go.
Hey, yo.
Shout out my guy Flawless every single time. Flawless, this is a new show that I'm doing called The Gambling Parlor, and we're going to get into the gambling part of the show right now. We talk a little ball. We talk the women's game. We talk the men's game. Now we're going to talk ball. Guys, get your predictions in for the Premier League, and we're going to go over the Premier League fixtures right now because I want to hear everybody's predictions for this weekend's fixtures. We would normally do this on the American Idiot Show. Dallas out of town, gallivanting around the forests of Oregon, which, I don't blame him for that, to be honest. And by the way, go and subscribe to Sarcasm City TV if you haven't already. He'll be running the Arsenal Men and United podcast without me tomorrow. He will have Tony Claude Gunner there, who's had his tracksuit on for the last fucking 4 weeks. But Tony will be there, and hopefully another Arsenal fan will be there to call him out. Big up, Flawless. Yeah, no, big up, Flawless. Really, really appreciate it, bro. Big up RSM as well. Big up RSM, my guy. I was talking shit about you earlier in the stream. Rework it. Rewind. I was just kidding. Match reaction tomorrow, dude. Okay, there will either be a watch along or there will be a match reaction or there will be both. It depends on how late I end up staying up tonight. We'll see. 6:30 is awful fucking early out here. Big up Phineas. Big up Phineas as well. Big up Taryn. Big up Taryn as well. Big up Taryn. All right, we're going to go ahead and start. And as I run through these predictions, guys, I am going to tell you what the teams that I have included in my parlay. And you guys let me know if you think that was a bad decision, okay? That's what we're doing. We are going through and we are rating TJ's bets. That's what we're doing. And to be clear, I want to be crystal clear about this. When I say bets, I do not bet big money. Okay? So think about this. I'm going to tell you how I bet in units. Okay? I'm not going to talk about dollars. I'm not going to talk about pounds. I'm not going to talk about euros. I'm not going to talk about rubles. I'm not going to talk about lira. I'm going to talk about purely units. Okay. So in my case, I will let you guys know I'm well off enough. I work hard enough to say that 1 unit equals $10. Okay. So 1 unit equals $10. So if I say 1 unit, that means I bet $10 on it. Okay. If I say 10 units, that means $100. Okay. So that is the rules. That is my strategy. Okay. So yeah. He said he speaks sense. I don't speak sense. That's fucking hilarious. You know what, RSM? Isn't there an applause thing on here now? Isn't there an applause media unit here? Yeah, here we go. Big up RSM. He nailed it. Yes. I'm only gonna talk in units. Okay. So I only laid parlays and I only laid 1 unit on each parlay. Okay. So, and what a parlay is that you bet on the outcome of 5 games. And if one of those games results don't go well, you lose, which is fine. Totally fine, but, yeah, I just wanted to outline that. Okay. So, yeah, big up Phineas every single time. Okay, so let's go ahead and get the schedule shared for the Asna game first, and then we'll get into the Prem schedule after that. So, Arsenal start off against Nottingham Forest. TJ, yeah, dog, we ain't dumb, bro. Whatever. I'm just explaining it. You know what, Phineas? Take that bullshit somewhere else. I don't care. Okay. So let's get into this. So Arsenal, Nottingham Forest. I am going to say Arsenal 3-0 over Nottingham Forest tomorrow in the early match. Kickoff at 12:30 UK, 6:30 Central Time. Jesus Christ, I might not be up. I'm not gonna lie. That might just be a match reaction day. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not gonna front. I'm not fronting, guys. I'm not fronting. Warrior says Arsenal 2-1. This will be a boring match. Get your predictions in, guys. That's what I'm saying. AJ says Forest 2-1. Forest, that is brutal, bro. Ange first beat down with Forest. Yeah, it's over, bro. It's over. We're going to cream them. We're going to cream them. If this Forest team was taking massive L's with Nuno, who's a defensive-minded coach who worries about shape and keeping shape, these guys are going to get absolutely creamed. Lifelong Notre Dame fan. Big up Drunk Figo. You know what? That's the first thing you've ever said that I rate. I am going to see Notre Dame versus Navy in South Bend, Indiana in November. I am beyond excited about it. I cannot wait to go and watch Notre Dame, the Fighting Irish. I cannot fucking wait. But yes, I'm going 3-0 to the Arsenal. And yes, they are included in my parlay. That is how confident I am. I had plenty of homies that went to Notre Dame and it's a dope school. Yeah, it's because you know a bunch of smart, rich people. That's what you know. But yeah, no, actually, my best friend went to Notre Dame. A couple of my really good friends went to Notre Dame. Actually, I've been to South Bend. I've done wedding gigs in South Bend. I love the campus. I've been to Notre Dame games. Notre Dame is my second school next to Colorado State, which is actually where I went to school. But Colorado State suck at football. Let's be real. Okay. Let's keep it going. Bournemouth versus Brighton. Bournemouth at home versus Brighton. I did not include this in my parlay because I am not confident in it in the slightest. So I am going to go. Bournemouth at home. I'm going to go 2-1 Bournemouth. I literally just spent 5 minutes talking about how I rate Areola. I'm going to say 2-1 Bournemouth. That is what I'm going to say. Okay. Everybody else is agreeing with me. Bournemouth. Maybe I should have included it in my parlay. Okay. Newcastle versus Wolves. Newcastle at home. I like the over 3 in that match. I don't know if I do. To be honest. I don't know if I do. I didn't bet the over on that. I didn't take the over on that. Not that I'm an expert. By the way, I'm not an expert. This is just what I'm just sharing what I'm doing. That's all I'm saying. Last week I won a decent amount of money on parlays, which is why I'm doing it again. And I will share my NFL picks and I will share my college football picks as well. And when the NHL starts, I'll share those. And when the NBA starts, I'll share those. Newcastle versus Wolves, though. Let's get back to what we were talking about. Newcastle versus Wolves. I'm taking Newcastle to win 3-1, possibly 3-0. This Wolves team is woeful. They're going to a St. James Park that is a fortress for Newcastle. This team will be ready to go out and fight, especially after Isak left. They don't need to worry about that anymore. There are no more distractions. Let's go out and win a match. I think it's going to be Newcastle 3-1 or 3-0. I'm given the one just because, if I were to bet on the score line itself, I would give Wolves 1, but I don't do scoreline bets. I never do scoreline bets. That's for suckers, to be honest with you. 2-win, 3-0 or 3-1. Everton versus Aston Villa. I was extremely tempted to bet on this, but I laid off. I'm going to go Everton 2-1 because they're at home, and Aston Villa have been absolute dog shit. Jack Grealish has been cooking for Everton. I've really, really liked watching Moyes ball at Everton. It's been a revelation for them. I had them as a possibility of going down. They are going to stay safe, but Everton versus Aston Villa. Listen, Listen to Phineas. Stay away. Because Aston Villa have the personnel to win. But I just don't trust them. I don't trust a team that loses to fucking Brentford. I don't. That Brentford team is fucking woeful. Woeful. First year head coach. Woeful. Stay away from Everton versus Aston Villa. Stay away from it. That's all I'm saying. Stay away from it. And by the way, how many likes are we on? Are you guys staying away from the like button? Okay, you guys are not staying away from the like button. Give me 20 likes before the end of the stream. We're at 18 likes. Give me 2 more likes and give me some subs, guys. We're on the road to 2K. This show is cooking. Let's keep it going. Crystal Palace at home to Sunderland. Sorry, not Everton. Sunderland. God damn, I can't talk anymore. I'm cooked. This is another one I stayed away from because I don't trust Crystal Palace. I think they will probably win. To be honest with you, big up the tractor driver, Anthony Herbert. Big up, Anthony. Anthony, we got to get you back on American Idiots, man. We got to get you back on. The good, bad, the ugly, the man, the myth, the legend, Anthony Herbert. I hope you're well, my friend. Anyway, Crystal Palace, Selhurst Park, hosting Sunderland. It's going to be a great match. I agree, RSM. I think it's going to be a fantastic match. But it's too close to call for me. I laid off of that one. I just don't know which Sunderland is going to show up. They look good, but I'm going to go Crystal Palace 2-1 on this. As you say at RSM, I am going to go Crystal Palace 2-1 as well, my friend. I'm going Crystal Palace 2-1. Big up Sunderland though. I think they're going to survive. I think they're going to survive for sure. All undefeated teams stay undefeated. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Sunderland is a weird one since they have late goals as well. Palace easy money. I don't think so. I don't think it's as easy as you think it is. Yeah, I don't think it's as easy as you think it is, my friend, to be honest with you. All right, let's move on. Fulham versus Leeds United. Okay, I could not lay off of this one. I couldn't lay off of this one. Fulham at home to a Leeds United team that have only won a game because they got a lucky penalty against Everton. I am taking Fulham to win their first match of the season, and I am including them in my parlay. I am going Fulham 1-0. Fulham 1-0 against Leeds United. I do not think Leeds have what it takes to beat Fulham. I think Fulham will stick in there, and everybody is disagreeing with me. Woo! I hope I'm wrong. I mean, I hope I'm right, and I hope you're wrong. Because if I'm wrong, then I lose my entire bet, $10. But I'm telling you, I'm taking Fulham on that one. At home to Leeds United, and I am going 1-0. King over on SUT. Yeah, on Fulham. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you think it's going to be a draw? No, I think Fulham will get it over the line against Leeds. I think if Arsenal can beat them 5-0 at home, I think Fulham can get a result, to be honest with you, and I think they can get all 3 points. Shots on target. Okay. King over on shots on target. Hey, that's fair. Big up Oliver as well, my guy. It's been a while. I hope you're well, my friend. Everybody hit the likes button. We're on 20 likes now. Get us up to 25. Can we hit 25? Let's keep it going. 25, 25, 25. I did take Fulham in my parlay. So if I am wrong, then you guys can come back when I am streaming streaming on Friday night next week, and you can tell me that I'm a fucking idiot. Okay? You can tell me. And look, next Friday is going to be fun because we're going to do this show, and then we're going to immediately lead into playing the new EAFC game because I got early access. So we're gonna have a big streaming night on Friday next week. So looking forward to that. 100%. All right, let's keep it going. West Ham versus Tottenham. I laid off on this one, guys. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I laid off on this, and you guys can judge me all you want, but I just don't. I'm not convinced by this Tottenham team yet. I'm just not. I rate Thomas Frank. I think that he's a good manager, but Tottenham laid a massive stinker. And I just don't think that I just don't have confidence that Tottenham can get it over the line because Tottenham are favored. They're favored. Not by much, but they are favored. Yeah. West Ham stink, but they won last week. They are capable. They're capable. So I'm going 1-1, which is why I didn't include them. I don't include draws and parlays because if I'm making a decision, I want it to be decisive. And I just don't have confidence. So that's why I laid off. And this is exactly why, guys, this is exactly why I laid off, is because it's very, very possible that West Ham revert back, but they're at home. They're blowing bubbles. They're doing all that bullshit that they do over there at the London Stadium. Tottenham, I hate them. I just don't believe that they have the personnel that can go to Thomas Frank's system yet. So we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, I laid off on that. I'm going 1-1. I'm going 1-1. Brentford Chelsea. I did include this one in my parlay. Let me look at what I put on the American Waffle. What I sent. Let me look at what I sent Staffy, because I did tell him what I did tell him my prediction for this one. Oh yeah. Okay, so I took Chelsea 2-1 on this. Brentford at home are no joke, no matter who the manager is. They still have Kelleher in net. They have okay personnel in there. Not that anybody is rating Jordan Henderson in Big 2025. But I think Chelsea get it over the line. Maresca has that swag. I think, unfortunately, the world champions are going to win. But I'm taking a 2-1. But I did include them in my parlay. I am confident that they are going to get it over the line. Burnley versus Liverpool. Obviously, I included this one in my parlay. That's easy money. That's fucking easy money. I took Liverpool 4-0. Liverpool 4-0 against Burnley. Burnley are just not it, man. I'm not going to lie to you. Kyle Walker is not going to save them. They're going to get lit up 4-0. 4-0. And I did include them in the parlay. Man City versus Man United. Guys, I did not include either of these teams in the parlay. Either of them. I'm not going to do it. I just don't trust either team to get it over the line at this point. Man City have too many injuries. Man United are just shit. If you guys are going to ask me what my prediction is, I'm going to say Man City, just because they still have Pep Guardiola. They still have a couple of gunners or gunmen and shooters in that team. But again, I just think that Man United under Amorim aren't good enough. And Man City under Pep might just be good enough. But then again, I could be totally wrong. But big up the Manchester Derby. I will be watching it. They both stink. I agree, they both stink. And if it's a draw, you know what? I might lay a stinky bet on a draw, just a one-off, if I'm feeling squirrely RSM. But I wasn't going to include it in a parlay, and this is a parlay show, to be honest. And people are agreeing with me overall. City wins still. Big up Oliver. Maybe. I don't know. But those are it's going to be, bro, hate watch. Let's do it. Hate watch. We doing a hate watch on Sunday? RSM, we'll stream it on your channel. Let's do it. I'm in. Let's do it. You want to do a hate watch? Let's do it. Okay, so those are the bets. Yeah, dude. Bro, let's run it. RSM TV, Sunday morning. We are doing Man City versus Man United on RSM 09, RSM TV. Go and subscribe right now. Drop your fucking link in the chat. We're going to do it. Generational hate watch for Man City, Man United. Vader can hold that. Staffy can hold that. Every Man United creator can hold that. Flawless can hold that. Sheik can hold that. Kaneki can hold that. All of them can hold that. Fuck United, fuck City. Yeah, let's do it. Let's run it. Anyway, all right. So guys, let me just review the parlay that I put out there. I got Arsenal beating Nottingham Forest, Newcastle beating Wolves, Fulham beating Leeds, Chelsea beating Brentford, and Liverpool beating Burnley. And I did get that's a pretty lengthy parlay. I'm not going to lie. A pretty lengthy parlay. So I got plus 761 on that. So if you bet $10 on that, you're going to win $70. You're going to win 76. And I'm pretty confident in every choice that I made there. I could be completely wrong though. We'll see. That's what's fun about it. It makes everything very, very interesting. Very interesting. All right. So I laid three other bets that I'm going to go ahead and just review with you guys real quick. First, we're going to go over to college football. That's clean return, good parlay though. Yeah, I mean, I've ate shit so many times. I generally end up even, but I've eaten shit so many times that putting $10 on this is like, if it hits, then I'm buying breakfast, man. Like that's gonna be a lot of fun, to be honest with you. It's gonna be a lot of fun. All right, let's go over to the college football, because I want to talk about college football. And if you guys are not into college football, thank you for coming. Smash the like. Would appreciate it if you guys stayed around. If you guys want to stick around, would love you to do that. Hold on one second. I'm getting a call, but I'm going to ignore it because I don't know who the fuck these are. Who are these people that call me like out of nowhere? Like, I have no idea who these people are. I hope it's not work. Okay. Who do we have on here? Okay, we don't have anybody on here. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and get this shared real quick. Get the college football schedule shared for you guys, because I want to show you who I am putting that cash on in the college football scene here in the United States, which is the best. I'm not going to lie to you. It's the best time of year to be a sports fan right now in America is college football season. We love it out here, guys. It's fan-fucking-tastic. All right, so right now we have Colorado, which is the University of Colorado, not Colorado State, but the University of Colorado, is playing against Houston, the University of Houston. March Madness is great too, of course, 100%. I'm here for NCAA football in the NFL. Okay, good, Phineas, because we laid bets on it. So tomorrow, or right now, we have Colorado playing Houston in Houston. Houston is up by 2 points against Deion Sanders' Colorado. I took Houston on the money line at minus 200. They are part of a 5-team parlay. Again, 1 unit on it. So I'm going $10 on Houston. Clemson versus Georgia Tech tomorrow. Clemson is visiting Georgia Tech, so they will be in Atlanta tomorrow. I am taking Clemson. I think Clemson is too much power for the Bees to take on, so I'm going to go ahead and take Clemson against Georgia Tech. Tomorrow, we have, at the same time, we have Oklahoma versus Temple. Actually, you know what? Maybe I can log into BetMGM. The problem is I'm afraid to log into BetMGM because I'm not in a state that allows gambling. I just go over the border. I go over the border. So let me see if I can sign in here real quick. Hold on one sec. If I can sign into this, that would be hilarious. And then I can actually show you guys my slips. Here, hold on. Oh, is it going to let me? Is it going to let me? Yeah, it is. All right, cool. Let me show you guys. And no, this is not an endorsement for BetMGM. This is not an endorsement for BetMGM until it is. No, I'm just kidding. And if I get kicked off of YouTube, it was nice knowing you guys. That's all I'm going to say. It was nice knowing you guys. It was a fun run. We had a blast while it was going on. We had a blast while we were here. That's all I can say. Oh yeah, I can share this. Let's go. Okay, let me show the lives here. Come on now, my bets. There we go. This is cool. Like how could anybody like this is just rad. And I guess it's kind of weird because you can see how much I bet on it, but whatever. I don't care. It's $10. All right. So I took Clemson on the money line against Georgia Tech, like I just said. Boomer Sooner against Temple tomorrow. That's going to be easy. That was a super easy bet. I just saw that 25. It wasn't 10,000. So I took Oklahoma. Oklahoma are going to kill Temple tomorrow. This money line was this money line was extremely low. 325 UConn over Delaware. Delaware are new to the NCAA Division I. So big up Delaware, but they're going to get smashed by UConn tomorrow. I don't care if they're at home. Big up the Blue Hens, but they're going to get smashed. And then tomorrow, this is the one that I'm the most nervous about. I'm not going to lie. Georgia versus Tennessee. This is a huge SEC matchup tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. I will be watching. We write it down if they snap your channel. Big up Karma. Big up Karma every single time. Georgia at Tennessee. I'm taking Georgia. Georgia are ranked. Tennessee are not. Tennessee have not been a perennial contender in the SEC for a long time. So I am going to go with Georgia to beat Tennessee, and I get a $60 return if that happens. Okay. I did lay another bet because I got a boost. I got a boost. I did lay another bet tomorrow for the games in college football. I did throw a couple of a little bit riskier ones, just because it's a six-legger, and I got really good boosted odds on it. So I took UCLA, New Mexico. That starts tonight. UCLA will cream New Mexico. UCLA are Big Ten. New Mexico are Mountain West. They're just not that good. Again, I took Clemson over Georgia Tech. I took Georgia over Tennessee. So if both of those don't hit, then I am in a world of hurt. South Florida upset. Or was it South Florida? Who upset my Florida last week? Hold on. Let me look. Florida Gators schedule. Who upset? Yeah, because the Gators got upset. Was it South Florida? Yeah, it was South Florida. Big up South Florida. South Florida against Miami. I don't think that they got what it takes to beat Miami away. Two home win or away wins against in-state rivals. I don't think that happens. I don't think that happens twice. So I took Miami on that. Again, the odds are crazy, but big up South Florida for shocking the world against Florida last week. I took Florida International against FAU. Tomorrow, those odds are a little bit lower, but Florida International at home, I believe in them. And then Florida away in Death Valley, in Baton Rouge, Louisiana State University, go Tigers, GEAUX, by the way. I did take the Tigers. So $10 gets us 90 back, people. Gets us 90 back. So those are the parlays for tomorrow. And then the NFL bets. Suck my fuck. Never mind. All right, next up, we got NFL. NFL, we did take. Who did we take in the NFL? That's a rough parlay. One of these games is going to be a bitch and fuck it up. Probably. Whatever, dude. It's $10. Live big or go home. That's all I got to say. Live big or go home. If you can't stand the fire, stay out of the kitchen. It's $10. Who cares? All right. Let's go to the NFL bets because I'm already good on one of them. All right, so yesterday before the Packers game, I took the Packers over the Commanders. The Packers won in convincing fashion. I have the Buffalo Bills beating the Jets comfortably at MetLife. You can hold that, you fucking New York, New Jersey frauds. The Jets will lose their second in a row at home. Ravens at home against the Browns. The Browns don't have a shot. Ravens in Baltimore, MT&T Stadium. Yeah, it's Baltimore all the way against their former identity in the Cleveland Browns. This one is the closest one, I think, but the Saints have not won. The Saints are the longest team. If you're looking at futures to win the Super Bowl, the Saints are the worst rated team in the NFL. I'm going to take the 49ers to beat money line away in New Orleans. Big up New Orleans, though. Big up New Orleans every single time. That is my second favorite city in the United States, behind Kansas City, of course. And then last and certainly not least, you have the Jacksonville Jaguars against the Cincinnati Bengals. And that is a minus 190 trap. Oh, he's saying trap game. I don't know if it's a trap game. Jaguars versus the Bengals. I think my guy Joe Burrow is going to go out there and layeth the smacketh down at 12 noon on Sunday. I think that the Bengals will get that over the line. Nice little payout there. But again, these are the two trap games, the 49ers and the Saints, and the Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Bengals. So yeah, here we go. So this is a great parlay, and I will be copying this. All right, you copy this, guys, and feel free to copy it. Feel free to copy it. That's totally fine. West Coast team traveling east. You don't. These guys are professionals. Don't read into that too much, in my opinion. Don't read into that too much. These guys get there several days early and are hanging out on Bourbon Street for days before they go and play the Saints. So yeah, I'm taking the 49ers. I like the Jags versus the Bengals. Yeah, do you like the Jaguars or do you like the Bengals? I'm telling you, I like the Bengals. I think Joe Burrow is going to get it done. So yeah, we shall see. Travis Hunter hype. That's all I'm going to say. Travis Hunter hype. But guys, let me know what you guys think of the parlay. Let me know what you thought of the show. We are going to go ahead and wrap up. This has been about an hour. Big up everybody that joined. Big up Phineas. Big up RSM. Big up Drunk Vigo. Big up, who else was here? Big up AJ. Big up Karma. Big up Oliver. Big up, who else was here? Warrior J. And anybody that I didn't mention. Anthony Herbert. Everybody that joined. Who is fucking live right now? Who's live that we can redirect to? And big up everybody for the 20 likes. We had 21, but somebody disliked. You know what? If you guys don't like the gambling section and that isn't for you, that's totally fine. You don't need to watch it. But this is something that I enjoy doing. It's going to be a lot of fun. And hopefully we can continue to do it. Bayesian Reds TV is still live, so we are going to go ahead and redirect over to Bayesian Reds. They got Friday Night Lime going on over there. Go over there, say TJ Warren TV raid, smash a like, smash a subscribe. Me and RSM will be live on Sunday for the Manchester Derby. Elite hate along going to be happening for the Manchester Derby. Until then, big up everybody for joining, and we will see you later.